What's up, everybody? It's me, it's AlexisMaurice, and my co-host, Mr. Sir. We've started recording.
Trei Hollywood.
Right, pay attention.
I was trying to make some money moves, my bad.
Okay, money moves. Tonight, we are talking about Queen, the DIVA goddess herself. Kelly Rowland said, "Fuck this shit, I am out of here." She left the Today Show when she was supposed to host the show within like 5 to 10 minutes before they went to air. Allegedly, she left over her dressing room. Some people are trying to say she was left because they were asking too many questions about Beyonce. Not only was Kelly Rowland upset, but we got Chris Brown, who is at odds with, I don't know if it's the NBA, I don't know if it's Ruffles, we don't know who it is, but he's mad at someone because they invited him to play in the NBA All-Star game, and then it says, skirt, skirt. Nah, we don't need you no more. You're not going to be playing in the game. And we're going to talk about Porsha is returning for season 16 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But honey child, it's a lot going on because ISIS is about to deport her husband out of this goddamn country and send his ass back to Africa. So go ahead and pour yourself a glass of wine, put on some lipstick, ladies, pull up a chair because it is time for a new episode of The Wine Up. Now, before we begin, please make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get all the notifications when new videos are uploaded. Please make sure that you like this video. Please make sure that you share it across the world. Share it on all of your social media platforms and comment below and let us know what you're thinking. Kelly Rowland, okay? Kelly Rowland has been in the news. Our queen, the DIVA goddess herself, the beautiful, the talented, the so chocolate Kelly Rowland. She was supposed to host the Today Show with Hoda over on NBC, but 10 minutes before they were supposed to go on air, Kelly and her team got the hell out of them studios and she left. Now, it's been said Kelly felt some type of way, allegedly, about her dressing room, whether it was the size of it, whether it was too much junk was in the dressing room. She didn't feel like the dressing room allegedly was up to par. And she asked to be transferred or be given a different dressing room. Come to find out, Jennifer Lopez was on the scene. She was there and she was going to be a guest while Kelly was supposed to be co-hosting the show. And Jennifer Lopez allegedly had the bigger dressing room. Kelly asked for that dressing room allegedly. They wouldn't give it to her, so she said, well, that's all right, we about to bounce. And she left. Left the producers, left everyone scrambling to find a host to host that hour with Hoda. They ended up getting Rita Ora, is that her name, Trei?
Yes,
Rita Ora to actually host. But Trei, when you heard about this, what were your initial thoughts? Like, did you think like Kelly did too much? Or was it appropriate for her to walk the hell up out of there? She felt like she wasn't being treated correctly.
So this is my thing, and this is where I pull straws at and strings at and legs and arms and hair and all that kind of stuff. I don't even think that Kelly Rowland actually did that much. Of course, she did not host, right? She left. But it's social media that made it more than what it actually was, right? Because we never saw Kelly actually go and do an interview about it. You know, she never bashed them and talked about it. We just found out that her and her team left, right? But of course, social media just made it bigger and bigger and bigger what it is. And you and I been in this type of industry that we're in. You know, we know like what happened behind the scenes and stuff like that. And we know that as a co-host or a host of a show, you may not always get the biggest dressing room. And this is where I'm going to play the devil's advocate. But we also know that the guests of the show, right, who is coming there to promote whatever, is more than likely going to get the bigger dressing room than the host, right? And let me say this, maybe not a full-time host, but a guest host, right? So a guest host may not get the dressing room that a full-time, everyday host gets. Like say, for example, if if you go over to where Whoopi Goldberg is, right? She has her full dressing room, but then let's just say, for example, Tyra Banks comes over and she's going to be a guest co-host, right? She may not get the dressing room that Whoopi got.
Of course, she's not going to get the dressing room that Whoopi got
because she's a guest co-host. But let's just say, for example, if Cher is going to come and be a guest to talk about her new album that's coming out, she's probably going to get the bigger dressing room than what Tyra Banks is going to get. And I'm using this as an example because what I'm saying is that when they have people who are coming to be on there and they're talking about and they're promoting something, they're more than likely to have a bigger dressing room than what a guest co-host is going to have. However, I think social media made it bigger than what it was. And the reason why I say that is because they're saying, oh, she gave her this, but then they gave J-Lo this. And then again, there it goes back to pointing the finger at J-Lo, making it seem like it's J-Lo's fault. And J-Lo may not have nothing to do with it.
But she's also been known to be a diva sometimes too.
She is, we know that. Her and Mariah Carey are one of the biggest divas when it comes to dressing rooms. There was actually a report, allegedly, it was one time back in the day, Mariah Carey wanted her dressing room painted a certain color. They had to paint a certain color before she went there. Those are, divas.
When you get to a certain level, you can request those things, okay? I want my rider to have this, I want this, I want M&Ms, I want this.
Exactly. But I don't think that Kelly's actions were not justifiable. I don't think that her leaving was actually something of a negative impact on her. She stood on her business. She stood on what she wanted and what she felt she deserved. And if she didn't get it, she left. But again, social media, I believe, made it more than what it is. And then, of course, they shaded J-Lo when J-Lo may not have had anything to do with it.
Well, 9 times out of 10, J-Lo probably did have something to do with it because I'm pretty sure J-Lo would have had an issue too being in the dressing room that they gave Kelly.
But how do we know that there was even a point where they said, J-Lo, can we give this dressing room to Kelly? And J-Lo said, no, we don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know that, but 9 times out of 10, she did it because she's a diva. She's been known to be doing a lot behind the scenes. And I know firsthand because I had a little situation. I ain't gonna say I had a little situation with J-Lo, but there was a situation sort of behind the scenes tea. I worked for a particular production movie entertainment house, and there was one particular show that I was working on directly. And normally I get delivered the show around a certain time, but this particular night the show was almost 4 hours late, which put a lot of pressure on me to get it ready so you guys can watch it the next day. But the reason the show was almost 4 hours late is because Miss J-Lo was acting like a diva behind the scenes, and she was stopping and halting production on the whole show.
It sounded like to me that you wasn't doing your job. You just need to do your job and stop being laxy daisy. That's what it sounded like to me.
It ain't had nothing to do with me. I can only do my job when the other people give me the file so I can do my job.
Let me contact you. Let me contact
is because of what Miss J-Lo was doing. But that's neither here nor
I'm going to contact your references and people who you work with. And I'm pretty sure I have a contact that I can contact at least one of them at this time.
Anyway, we are talking about Kelly Rowland. And you're right. Kelly Rowland decided to stay on business. I am the co-host. I'm going to be here for a whole hour. If I'm going to be a guest co-host, I think it's only the right thing to do is to make sure the person who co-hosts something, I think it's only fair to make sure they are taken care of, because the guest is only going to be here for a segment, whether it's J-Lo, whether it's Beyonce or whomever, especially if there was some type of agreement. All of a sudden you're going to boot me to the side because Miss J-Lo is in the building. Oh, hell no, I'm out of here. And let me say another thing while we're here, Trey. Bethenny Frankel decided that she had something she wanted to say when it talked about Kelly, telling us that Kelly is acting like a diva.
Let's go ahead and run it. Let's run it. Let's go ahead and let's show that.
Roll the tape.
Roll the tape, bitch.
Kelly Rowland walked off the set of the Today Show because the dressing room wasn't up to par. She was co-hosting with Hoda, and it wasn't it. I've co-hosted with Hoda, and I've arrived there, and the makeup area that you touch up in is like grab a croissant and some plastic and pray for the best, and it's just not what that's about. And it's an honor to be there and to sit down with Hoda, and that was not the moment for diva expectations.
Now, Bethenny let me tell you something, okay? You need to mind your own damn business, okay? If Kelly felt like something just wasn't right, it didn't feel right, the energy is off, whatever happened, she reserves the right to get the hell out of there. Now, you calling Kelly a diva, basically telling her she should be grateful and thankful because she's going to be co-hosting on the institution. Kelly Rowland don't need the Today Show. The Today Show needed Kelly Rowland because they wanted her to be the one to co-host, not the other way around. Bethenny, you need the Today Show because you're just a housewife / entrepreneur. I'm not going to take that away from you because you are an entrepreneur. But at the same time, girl, Kelly don't need the Today Show. You need the Today Show to remain relevant, not her. Kelly Rowland is going to be Kelly Rowland even after this situation. Bethenny Frankel, you'll be Bethenny Frankel too. But if you don't continue to sue Bravo, you're not going to be relevant at all either. So, girl, pipe down and mind your motherfucking business.
The true reason of Kelly Rowland being on and being a co-host was also, of course, to promote her new movie that's coming out.
That's neither here nor there, Trey. So, they wanted her to be a co-host. She had already done an interview talking about the movie, which is the narrative that some of the people at the Today Show tried to put out there, that she was over the fact that they had been asking her too many questions about Beyonce. But truth be told, if I was Kelly, I'm not here to talk about Beyonce. I'm not here to talk about 16 Carriages. I'm not here to talk about Texas Hold'em. I'm not here to talk about Act 2. I'm here to talk about Maury Copra or whatever the hell the name is of the movie, the Tyler Perry movie that she had coming up. I'm here to talk about me and how flawless my skin is. I am not here to talk about Beyonce.
So that's how you be feeling when people be asking you about me?
Yes. But that's exactly how I feel.
Okay. Let the truth be told here on this date, folks, on this episode.
Don't be asking me about no goddamn Trei Hollywood.
Well, I heard that they actually invited her back. They had it, I think it was actually kind of messy, where they actually said, we love Kelly, we love to have her back, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, bitch, shut the fuck up. We ain't going back over there.
I applaud Hoda and the team, for trying to, smooth things out. All we do know is don't ask Kelly Rowland about no goddamn Act 2. Don't ask her about no 16 Carriages. Don't ask her about Texas Hold'em. Do not ask her about Beyonce. She had to get Tigger together down here in Atlanta too. I'm here to talk about my movie. Yes, Beyonce is the biggest superstar in the world, but girl, I'm here, celebrate me. Celebrate me in this moment.
It's about me.
Somebody else who's a little bit tired of this, Chris Brown.
Yes.
Chris Brown, you know what? Anyway, so what happened was Chris Brown was originally asked to participate in the NBA All-Star game. He was supposed to be playing. Chris had the email, he had the receipts, the negotiations, the talks, all of that stuff was going good. Until right before he was supposed to travel down, the NBA said, nah, bro, we're not going to need you anymore. We're going in a different direction. They invited and then uninvited Chris Brown to play in the NBA All-Star game. Now, allegedly, it's been said that some of the sponsors, particularly Ruffles, the potato chip people, felt some type of way. They did not want a known domestic violent or abuser to participate in the game, so they allegedly forced the NBA to remove him from the NBA All-Star game. Trey, what did you think when you heard about this? Who's at fault here? Because Chris Brown seems to think it's Ruffles was the company that was pressuring the NBA to take him or remove him from the game. What are your thoughts?
Chris Brown is 34 years old. 15 years ago, he had a situation with an ex-girlfriend by the name of Rihanna. He was 19 years old. Mm-hmm. They are still holding this young man to the fire over something he did 15 years ago.
Yep.
And there has to be a point of being able, not saying forget, but forgive. Especially if the victim has forgave. So when it comes to situations like Ruffles having this whole thing where they're not for having Chris Brown at this stuff because allegedly having these things because of the domestic dispute or the domestic fight that happened between him and Rihanna, I just feel like it has to be come to a point where, we just gotta let go and let God, right? Just let go and let God. When I saw that come out, when Chris Brown shared that, I was like, you know what, Chris Brown, I am behind you. I support you for speaking up for yourself and being upset that you're not only wasting my time. It's not even about, because of course you probably don't need it for money or whatever, but you select me as an artist to come and play. I'm going to be around my peers. Fans know I've shared it. And then now you gag me with this whole uninvited. It's fucked up. And so I'm pissed with him.
I think you and I are on, we see each other eye to eye when it comes to this thing. I feel like Chris Brown has been punished long enough for this incident that happened, you know, many, many years ago. To your point, Rihanna has forgiven him. Life has moved on, but for whatever reason, this young black man is still being held. I understand this is something that we've seen time and time again. I think it was the performance when he was supposed to do the Michael Jackson tribute, and he, you know, started rehearsals. I think had Tiana Taylor doing some of the creative stuff, and then all of a sudden they decided to go in a different direction. Just like the NBA all of a sudden decided to go in a different direction. At what point are we going to say this young man made a mistake when he was a young 19-year-old boy? Let this boy live. Because I really do think Chris Brown has the potential to be a way bigger star, and he's a big star, you know, within his own right, without having all of these so-called major endorsements and deals. But at what point, you know, do we stop canceling this young man? I do think, though, the way that Chris Brown can kind of repair his image or repair his brand, he probably needs to, I'm not gonna say maybe fire his whole team, but bring on some consultant. He shouldn't have to do this, but maybe he needs to have an Olivia Pope or a fixer or someone come in and try to do some things to get him to improve his image. I even noticed lately, even with some of his fan interactions that have gone viral, he's been a lot more pleasant, he's been a lot more friendly, and then, you know, when he gets knocked down, he kind of spirals a little bit on social media. But Chris, we're all rooting for you, man. He has the potential to be a great actor. He has the music thing, like on Lock the Dance thing. Stop canceling this boy and stop punishing him.
Like, we've seen a different light of Chris Brown, especially when he had his daughter. You see him interacting with his daughter on social media, doing different things. I think that Chris Brown genuinely is a great person. And I think that him being a person, a human being, just like any of us, can feel attacked in a situation, we're going to act out, right? We're going to, you know, speak our mind. I applaud him because in ways that we've seen people handle situations, I think that he's actually handling it better
lately.
And so, like, he's posted the receipts, you know, and that's something that naturally that we would do. We're gonna post some receipts. And I applaud him on doing those things, because literally, like he's doing, he's standing on his business, he's standing on what he said, this is what happened, this is what took place. He doesn't feel y'all are being fair and loyal and honest to him. And this is what he's sharing. So anything that happens like this, there are artists that are at these All-Star Awards that ain't always had a great track record. So why pick him and single him out? You know, I never did like the NBA in the first place. I've never been a basketball fan in the first place. I feel like they're full of shit anyways. But, you know, and I never really care for Ruffles either, because, I mean, the chips are really kind of bland, if you ask me.
Well, not the blue bag, the blue and white bag.
The plain, that's plain. The plain, basic. Basic as fuck.
Are you trying to call me a basic bitch?
Basic as fuck.
Well, I like them chips with some ice cream. They real good. Them Ruffles are real good. Them
ice cream. Are you dipping the chip in the ice cream?
Oh, baby, it'll change your life.
That's some ghetto nigga shit right there.
No, it's not. You dip some chip in some butter pecan ice cream. Oh my!
I don't even like butter pecan ice cream, so you can heat that.
You're weird.
No, I like sherbet, vanilla, cookies and cream. You know, all those type of things. You know.
You're missing out on life if you don't like butter pecan.
I don't dislike it, but it ain't like a fave.
You've had McDonald's French fries with some of their ice cream before, right?
Absolutely not.
Oh my God, Trey! As soon as we're done with this recording, I'm gonna need you to go to run to McDonald's right now and go get you, if the ice cream machine is working, because you know the shit is always broke. Child, but go run and get you some vanilla ice cream.
I'll make you a deal.
Get you some French fries and dip that shit.
I'll make you a deal. So that I don't waste my money. You send me the money to go do it, and I'll go do it, because I ain't about to waste my money to go do it.
It's $5. Do I really need to sell you $5?
Because if I don't like it, I'll be mad that I spent my money and I'm coming to Atlanta.
Y'all comment below. Tell Trey he don't know what he's missing.
McDonald's fries, and I've seen people do it, but it's just
if you really feeling salty, if you really feeling good, bitch. If you really feeling a little fancy, a little, want to get you some hot sauce and put the hot sauce on the potato chip and dip it in the ice cream too.
So I've had hot sauce on the chip. That is good. But ice cream,
dip that bitch in that ice cream and tell me.
So would you do potatoes?
It's gonna change your life.
Would you put it in a baked potato?
What, ice cream and a baked potato? No.
I mean chips and French fries and potatoes.
No, but see, now you doing that white.
I'm just asking questions.
No, you're doing too much. Doing entirely too much. In reality TV news, Porsha Williams, aka now she's Porsha Guobadia.
Godiva. I don't know. Porsha Gullible.
Porsha who?
Gullible.
Yeah, how you say them Sims just a big Porsha is returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta for the Sweet 16 season. Now, this is some exciting news to hear this now.
I love the way she announced it.
Who said that? Porsha Williams coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta? That's false. But Porsha Guobadia is in the building. See y'all. Mwah.
The only thing she was mentioning, she just needed a peach in her hand. You guys know I am not one of the biggest Porsha fans, but I am for the betterment of the show.
So what you're saying is she's betterment for the show. Is that what you're saying?
Listen, I have never denied that Porsha is good for the show. I have never denied that. Okay? So the fact that she, along with Queen Kenya Moore, will be leading the girls into season 16,
allegedly.
I'm here for it. What you mean allegedly?
I mean, we ain't seen no post.
Kenya will be back. Okay.
Did Kenya make a post like Porsha? Because I don't know. Kenya has me blocked, so I don't know if she made a post.
Girl, what is up with these people blocking you?
They can't take Hollywood. They can't take me.
Is that what it is?
They can't take me.
No, team too much.
They can't take me, okay?
You be doing too much over there on that goddamn Twitter. But I will say, Porsha has me blocked on Instagram. Well, hey, Porsha girl.
Porsha girl.
Go ahead and unblock me, girl.
Because he happy for you, just like Candy.
So, Porsha's back. I think it's a good thing. We got Kenya, we got Porsha. What do you think needs to happen to complete the cast?
There's rumor also that Kim Zolciak is returning, which would be good because remember, Kim Zolciak and Kenya Moore don't like each other.
Kim Zolciak, I felt she's been doing a lot of stunts in shows lately anyway to try to get back on the show because her and Croy, they're going through. They're going through financially. They're going through physically because it's been alleged that there's been some physical, touching when it comes between the two of them. They're going through it on a lot of ways.
Touching.
If Kim gonna come back and still try to be in her little bubble and think she's better than everybody, then she's not going to have a good time when it comes to.
I'm gonna tell you, what's easier for me, and I hate to cut you off. I'm sorry. What's easier for me? I can tell you who should not come back.
Okay.
Sheree, baby, your time is up.
Not again, Trey.
It's time to just hang it up, Sheree. I love Sheree on The Traitors. I don't know if you watch that. I think she's doing her little thing over there. I think also Marlo, it's time to go. Maybe you can be a friend or not. Really don't even fucking care. Sanya. To the left, to the left.
To the left, to the left.
Sanya has removed the Real Housewives of Atlanta from her bio.
To the left, to the left.
To the left, to the left.
If Kim Zolciak is going to come back, then you definitely do need to bring Sheree back because they have a friendship. That's the one connect that she would have to the past because she doesn't really have a relationship with any of the other girls.
You don't need to have a relationship. Just like when they redid the whole New York, those people ain't have no relationships.
But those girls didn't know each other a little bit.
Well, these girls know each other.
They know each other enough where they've worked together enough. So I think if Kim does come back, it's the right thing to do to bring Sheree back. So Kim, Sheree, Porsha, Kenya. I do think Marlo needs to be a friend because she's familiar with them. And I would bring Phaedra on back. Now that Candy is gone, the fans and Bravo have wanted Phaedra back on the Housewives. But Candy and her grudges stopped Phaedra from being able to come back. So now that she's gone, I think it's only appropriate that Phaedra comes on over back home and get back with Apollo and give us a good old storyline.
Apollo. I mean, he is at the reunion of
Married to Medicine.
So
now, but we're talking about people coming back, honey. Portia's husband Simon may be back in his bags and he might be going out of here. Now, Simon has been applying for citizenship for quite some time, but his past is now coming back to haunt him. Now, what we've learned so far is that Simon came here many, many years ago, and when he came here, he was kind of involved in some sketchy business practices. There's some reports of wire fraud, credit card fraud.
I just don't understand why why it seems like these women's are married to these men who have these histories of wiring fraud, and Paulo being one, Mia husband being one. What's his name?
Gordon
being one. Like, what's going on?
All of his past is actually stopping him from being able to become a citizen. So much to the fact now where it looks like immigration or ISIS is looking into possibly deporting his ass out of here. Which makes me think, could that be the reason why Porsha did decide to come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta? To one, bring some eyes onto the issue, because I'm pretty sure that will probably be a part of her storyline.
Or make sure she solidified a check just in case his ass gets
correct.
kicked.
That's B.
Y'all think my girl's stupid, but she's smart.
Just in case his ass is out of here, let me go ahead and secure this check. But, Trey, do you think the fact that he has a ass when it comes to some criminal activity, like, do you think that should have any bearings on who he is today and him being a citizen? Because a business.
Are those business legit? Or he's using the stuff that he got with his fraudulent shit for his businesses? Hell yeah, that should hold variances on it. Why not?
Well,
they do it for us. Do it for him.
I think Simon.
He's a changed man. So that means that people who are rapists can be a changed person because they, went years through therapy.
People can be reformed, Trey.
Nigga, please.
So have you ever participated in any fraud or, you've ever done anything in the past?
Absolutely not. The worst I've done is steal things. And I have been like, okay. Let me finish. Let me finish. Okay?
The worst thing I have done is steal things.
And the things I've stole have been like little Hot Wheels cars, hens.
It doesn't matter.
No, and I was a kid. He wasn't a kid when he was doing this. He was a grown ass man.
Simon was a young man trying to find a better life.
That man was in his 30s. He was in his 30s when he was doing it, okay? He's 50 something now, okay? He need to be held to the fire just like I'd be held to the fire if I did shit. No.
But he's been here. He's paid taxes. He's created jobs for people.
For who? For himself?
Well, too.
Is he using a real social security number or using the CPN? Maurice, come on now, seriously. Porsha, I love you. I love you down. Don't block me, Porsha. But I mean, sometimes you just gotta be honest and true.
Listen, all of this stuff happened when he was younger.
What's younger, Maurice? Did they give an age? What was the age that they shared? If he was younger than 25, then I maybe have a little bit leniency.
People have made mistakes in the past, just like Chris Brown. We were just talking about Chris Brown, Trey. People make mistakes.
A fight with your girlfriend is completely different with fraud and identity theft and all that. Because we done all been in a relationship, had some type of altercation with the person we love. Okay. Rihanna hit Chris Brown first, okay? Get me started, because that nigga hit me first. Sure as hell hit him back. You know, try to act all dramatic when I hit him back. Nigga, you hit me in my face first.
We want to thank you guys so much for watching this episode of The Wind Up. Again, please make sure that you like this video, share it on all of your social media platforms. Please subscribe to our channel and comment and let us know what you're thinking. And remember to tell yourself, I am good enough.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much for watching. We will see you next time. Bye.